Wisconsin is famous and infamous for its drinking culture.
I'm proud to be part of that. I'm proud that Wisconsin is known as a beer state.
It's a great culture. I mean, beer is part of the fabric of who we are as Wisconsinites.
Over the years, Wisconsin's drinking culture has developed a negative, troubling reputation.
You need to relax. You need to stop obstructing me. You need to give me an ID.
Underage drinking, binge drinking, drunk driving. Wisconsin is at or near the top of the worst states when it comes to those problems.
The kind of drinking that in most states would be perceived as abnormal is considered very normal here.
He's trash, just deal with that.
Call it Wisconsin normal. Some call it a party atmosphere. Health professionals call it a hostile alcohol environment, a health crisis.
Now we know is that when kids begin drinking as teenagers, there's brain damage involved.
During a recent Oktoberfest, within the first 2 hours, 5 people were admitted to the detox center unconscious.
It's one of the first things many out-of-staters notice when they move to Wisconsin.
But I've been here for 20 years, and it does feel different here.
How?
Everything is based on alcohol here. Everything is either based on or involves alcohol.
I was very surprised how frequently alcohol is available at all kinds of events where in most other states you would never see alcohol.
There is a difference by a mere crossing of the border as far as the acceptance of the excessiveness of drinking in Wisconsin.
It's not just a matter of opinion.
65% of Wisconsin's population reports drinking within the past 30 days. On a national level, that's usually about 50-50.
Studies show Wisconsin routinely turns in some of the nation's highest rates of binge drinking and drunk driving. Yet the state also has some of the nation's most lenient laws against drunk driving.
I think we're just seen as a state that doesn't quite get it yet.
The culture is distinct enough that visitors notice the difference. But why? Why is the drinking culture so different in Wisconsin? We can start to see reasons when we look at the history, specifically the immigration of Europeans in the mid-1800s.
The Germans, the Poles, the Irish, who settled in Wisconsin in very large numbers, brought with them the drinking culture that they had enjoyed in Europe.
In fact, humans have been brewing and drinking alcohol for thousands of years.
The oldest known recipe for foodstuff ever found by archaeologists is a 7,000-year-old plus recipe for beer from ancient Mesopotamia. I mean, beer/alcohol has been a part of civilization since we finally decided to quit wandering around and just killing things and picking up stuff off the ground to eat. We literally tried to become cultured.
The early drinking culture was born of necessity. Fermented or distilled alcohol was often the healthiest option to drink.
In paraphrasing Benjamin Franklin, he said, "In wine there is wisdom, in beer there is freedom, in water there is bacteria." And there was a time when it was safer to drink the wine and the beer than it was to drink the water from the city water system.
Not only that, beer had calories, and that was important for the many families that didn't always have enough food to eat. So the culture in the late 1800s and early 1900s not only allowed, it encouraged people to drink alcohol, even children.
Even a little baby here.
It was common for brewers back then to advertise using children to promote their products' wholesomeness. Without refrigeration or mass transportation, Wisconsin's European brewers set up shop all across the state.
At its height, Wisconsin had about 460 different breweries. So every town had multiple breweries.